Hi guys, it's Nancy and I have another stencil and die layering set that we got at the Allentown stamp show. This is the make and take my daughter made. She is 10 years old. I did not get to make this one, so we're going to see if I can mimic what she has here. Has the two in the corner. There are coordinating dies. I'm not going to use those today. And this layering stencil is very inexpensive. It's only $11, you guys, and it looks like there are only 3 stencils. So I don't imagine that it's that hard to do, right? So I have my waffle flower stencil mat here, and we're gonna put this in the corner. Let me grab a tiny little piece of tape. Effie says, don't tape the corner. So if I need help, I'll holler for her to help me. So this says Wild Spray 1 of 3. We're just going to stick it right there. I'm going to put a little tape right there just to protect that edge. Okay. And maybe right here. I have pulled out my mini Pink Fresh Studio inks and my magic mushrooms. So these are called Indian Summer. They're kind of like light peaches, oranges, peach fuzz, apricot, clementine, and persimmon. Should be called the fruits. And then a green called meadow. So let's try these out. And I have my magic mushrooms out. I've been using them more since leaving them out. And I put a little piece of Velcro in there. So that way I can move this around and not have to worry about any of them falling. So when I'm done, I can lift this whole thing and put it away. All right, so it looks like we're just going to need the orange. And I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper here. And just make sure I don't have any excess ink on my thing here. And you can use these slightly damp or you can use them dry. It really doesn't matter. All right, so that's how that one. All right, so we're going to start with our lightest color. Well, since there's only 3 layers, really, there's only 2. There's only 2 layers. Okay, that makes it easy. I'm going to go in with apricot first. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Of course, you could use your blending brushes. I wanted to get more use out of my magic mushrooms. If you're interested in these magic mushrooms, I'll put the link down below for you. They are great for stenciling. No problems getting down into the little nooks and crannies there. And it's not lifting my stencil like I often get with brushes. When I stroke the brush, it lifts the stencil. I don't have any of that issue. Okay, that seems easy. I think while I'm here, oops, we're going to flip my paper and my stencil. Try not to rip my paper. And do the other corner, right? Why not? Okay, so we're going to repeat that process. Now, if you're going to order from the Ton Stamps, today is April 8th, and I believe they are away. Let me bring up their website quick. So there is a little shipping hold right now because no one's there to fulfill the orders. They will be back April 16th. So you can place your order, but they won't be shipping until they come back. Okay, so that's layer 1. Pretty simple. Pretty easy to do there. Beautiful. And I will clean that in a moment. Okay, layer 2 just goes right on top of that. So again, I'm going to tuck my paper. This is Hammermill 80-pound premium color cardstock that I normally use, the one with the chameleon on it. This is my go-to paper for everything. Okay, and then this is just the little mini waffle flower stencil mat, which just holds everything in place. And I'm going to line up layer 2 here. I can see around the edge of the florals there where it's supposed to go, and down at the bottom here, so it's not complicated at all. And this time we're going to go in with a little bit darker orange, which is clementine. And I'm going to use the same mushroom. Okay, easy peasy. Turn this over. Pretty. Okay, back in the corner, back to lining this up. I think I had to move this up a little bit. All right, that's stencil number 2. Beautiful. All right, and then stencil number 3, it says on here green foliage and the circles are black. Okay. So again, pretty easy to look through and see where the flowers are and see where it needs to be green. Okay, so we're going to put our orange inks away and pull out Meadow, put that guy away and grab my green one. Now there are some tiny little stems, so I'm going to grab a small blending brush. Just to get into those tiny little stems there. Yeah, there was no way that sponge or a bigger brush was going to get in there. All right, and then for the center of the flowers, it says to use black, so I have a brush for that. If you ever get a chance to go to a stamp show and meet Effie at the Ton, she does wonderful make and takes. You get a couple of different choices. You can make all of them, some of them, one of them, whatever you want to do. But I definitely think it's worth it because you get this hands-on to learn how to use these products the right way and how simple it is. But she's just an awesome person. She's super sweet. And oftentimes she is there with her family, her mom. I got to meet her uncle, her stepdad, her grandmother, her sister. It was a whole family affair and they were all amazing. Lovely, lovely people. So just gonna stick this down. Finish this side with the same thing. I want to be careful because I do have some black on the stencil there, so I don't want to accidentally bump into that. Okay, done with the sponge. Gonna come in with some green. Tiny, tiny, tiny little stems. Okay, and then black to fill in the flowers. I don't even need to get any more ink. I'm just going to use what's on the brush and on the stencil. Okay. And then for a sentiment, I have some Easy Expressions thank yous already cut out and stamped from the Easy Expressions thank you stamp and die set. You can pick those up on the website as well. And so now I can just put this on a card front. Do I have a card front? That's a smaller card front. I was wondering why it was over there. Hold on. Sometimes you cut things and they're the wrong size. So I must have cut that the wrong side and threw it aside as a scrap. So 5.5 and score at 4 1/4. I'm using my Stampin' Up! Trimmer here because it cuts and scores. So easy for me because I'm lazy. You know, I put off buying one of these for a long time. I bought one last year, and now I kick myself for not buying one sooner because it does make it easier with cutting and scoring. And then I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Let's cut it down to 5 1/4 by 4. Yeah, we should be okay there. That should mat on there. Yep, very nice. And we're going to add our sentiment, and that is very easy to do. So here is one of the sentiments. Thank you for your generosity. We could put it this way, could put it this way, whatever. Let's glue this down. Easy, pretty to do card, and I can do these florals in any color. I mean, they look good in pinks, orange, yellow, whatever you want to do, purple. Then I have those sentiments that are ready to go. So here is the one Leah made at the show in pinks. We just have to mount it to a card. And here is the one I just made for you guys. So very easy to do. Again, the stencil is called the Wild Spray Layering Stencil. It's only $11, so it's very inexpensive considering how expensive layering stencils can be. If you want to get the die is $15 for the coordinating die, and then you can cut that out. But you can see how easy that was. Those are from the ton. Again, the sentiments are also from the ton. Here's the stamp set, and this is the Easy Expressions Thanks and the coordinating dies. You can purchase those. And then the inks I used today were Pink Fresh Studios little mini inks. So here you go, view at those. Here's the green. The black I used was just VersaFine Clair black ink. And the sponges I used for blending today are the Magic Mushrooms from Local King Rubber Stamps, the original inventor of these in the paper community as Local King Rubber Stamps. So you can see them here. I will put that link down below for you. And then these little brushes I just got off of Amazon. So I'll link everything for you. If you have any questions, post them down below. If you enjoyed watching me make this, please give me a thumbs up before you go. Thanks for watching and keep on stamping. Bye, guys.